Welcome to Thursday morning coffee with Monte. Here's my coffee cup. I've been getting here early this week because it's conferences, and so it's not even 8 o'clock, 7:57, and I am here turning on my computer. I usually don't get here this early. We start school at 8:30. Contractually, I have to be here at 8:15. I get here 8:10, 8 o'clock, somewhere within there, before contractual time. I'm just pulling up my slides for the day. Not gonna follow them, I already know that. I'm not gonna do math groups, I already know that. We are on minimum days, and I've been trying to follow my slides, but I have it pretty much set like a regular day, and so I wasn't getting through much. So math this morning is going to be whole group, and then we're going to start working on Pilgrim turkey things for the rest of the day. So today's Thursday. We get out at 12:15. Friday, we get out at 12:15. So we have 2 minimum days, and then we're on vacation, and then starts our Christmas season. So I'm gonna get things ready for the morning, and then I will see you later. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do this morning. We're gonna come in, we're going to do our thankful book. They're gonna write their next page of today I am thankful for and draw a little picture. Then we'll come to our carpet. We'll do our morning song, which is Matthew West's Gobble Gobble. They love that song. Last week it was something about pumpkin pie. So I try to do something that goes with the season. So there were a lot of Halloween songs we had in October. This was like Thanksgiving and grateful songs, and then I'll start putting Christmas songs when we get to December when we come back. So we play a song in the morning, and then they sing along, and we start with our calendar, and then we will do whole group math, like I said. And then I found this on an assessment bundle from Teaching Times 2. And so we're gonna go over truth and false statements using addition and subtraction. And we'll get that done whole group. I'll give them some time for ST Math, and that'll be about 10-15 minutes for ST Math. And then after that, we will get to our poem of the week. The poem of the week is called The Night Before Thanksgiving. I make it on a half page, so that way they can glue it inside their poem journals, and they just have poems from every week, and they just go through and they read it. So today they'll get the poem, and then we'll glue it inside our poem journal, and then I'll let them have about 8-10 minutes to read poems with the partner. We have poems, we have stories, we just have like decodable readers in their little baggies, and they just get something like 2 things every week to put in there, and so it's building up things that they should be able to read. So we'll do our poem. After our poem, we will do our read out loud. So we're gonna finish up our read out loud with Turkey Trouble. So I'll go through, I'll read it again, and then we'll try to figure out what the message, the lesson in Turkey Trouble is, and then we will add it to our little flip book that I decided we're making. I don't think this is how it was supposed to be made, but this is how I'm making it. And so we'll add it to the back of that, and then maybe tomorrow we'll write an opinion piece like I liked Turkey Trouble because, or I didn't like Turkey Trouble because, and then that will be our last page for our little flip book. After that, let me see, we have lunch at 10:20. After that, we will probably start with our 3 little pigs. So they'll get another booklet for their little reading pouch, their little reading baggie. We'll do 3 little pigs. I have to do it because I made all these copies. We'll do 3 little pigs, we'll put it together. I'll give them a little bit of time to color, and then we will read through it. I will read a version that I found on Get Epic, and then they will later on after lunch hear another version of Ninja Pigs, and we'll compare and contrast those stories. So that's, let me see, 1, 2, the 3rd thing I have planned, and then the 4th thing that I have planned is we are going to do our writing for turkeys. The students had this yesterday where they had to pick 2. We did this as a class. Yesterday they had to pick 2 that they were gonna write about, and they wrote it on their own graphic organizer, and then they will write sentences to go with what we learned about turkeys during the week. That's what I have planned. I'll see you at lunchtime, and I'll see how much I actually got done and if I need to add anything. It is 3:56 and I'm about to go home. I had 2 no-shows, so I'll message those parents and say, you missed the time that you picked. You know, hopefully I can see you when we come back from vacation. Since they were no-shows, I was looking to see what I was going to do for a refrigerator gift this year. That's what I call it. I don't call it a Christmas gift. I call it a refrigerator gift. I usually do a calendar, so hence it goes on the refrigerator. I found a free one on TPT. I'll find out who made it, but it's a 2023 calendar, 2023 calendar. I'm going to cut it out. I put it on a half sheet and I cut out the month, and I'm going to put it on a blank piece of paper, and that way it gives them more of a space to color or to draw. We usually have our calendar and then a space for them to draw. So the drawing goes with the month. And so they'll have a snowman, and they'll have a, something to go with Valentine's Day, something to go with leprechauns. And so they'll have different things for St. Patrick's Day. And so we'll follow a direct draw, or I'll draw something, they'll color it. We have 3 weeks before vacation, Christmas break. And so we pretty much do 1 a day. And then I do have a catch-up day, so that's the day that they get to color everything that they didn't color, or if they missed a day, they'll have to draw their own drawing for that month. But then at the end, I staple it all together, and I tell them it's a refrigerator gift. They made a gift for the refrigerator, and so they'll have a yearly calendar that they can put on there. I'm gonna do a week for gingerbread. I'm going to do a week where we talk about caribou or reindeer, and then we'll see what my last week is. I'm going to bring in my elves. I did buy elves for the classroom. Last year, or before COVID, I was doing an elf on the shelf thing with my kids in class, and they loved it. So we'll see if I do that. And it's not a real elf on the shelf. It's just some random elf that I found, but I call him the elf on the shelf, and they come and they look for him and see what he did. I asked parents to see if they had any donations for little gifts for the kids, because it's 15 days that I do it in the classroom. And so if the friends send anything in, I tell them to double wrap it inside a baggie, you know, try not to let the kids see, or leave it in the office so that way I can grab it. So that way, you know, it was from the elf. Thank you very much, Mr. Elf. Sometimes it's marshmallows, sometimes it's erasers or pencils, a smelly marker. Everyone gets the smelly markers. It just depends on little things I can find for cheap. And then sometimes parents do donate things. So I'll send out that email or dojo when we're on vacation. I have tomorrow. We'll see what we do. I'm gonna finish up the reindeer project, not reindeer project, Christmas on the Brain. I'm gonna finish up the turkey writing prompt. I have another day with our Thankful book, and then I think tomorrow I have one conference, but we'll start it all off with sing-along in the morning. So we'll have a sing-along, and then we'll see what we do with the rest of the day. We get out at 12:15. I have one conference tomorrow, and then I'm on vacation. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. If I get any trouble, I'll give you a call, like my grandpa always says, but I'll see you tomorrow. Hi. It's Friday. It's Friday, and it's November 18th. Next week we have our fall break, so we get a whole week off for Thanksgiving. So let's see what kind of mess I'm gonna do today. My to-do list for today is to finish our turkey. So we have an art project we need to do and a writing. We are going to practice our poem one more time about the night before Thanksgiving, and then we are going to put it inside our poetry books and read our poems with our friends. We are going to finish our fasting for turkey trouble, the message of the turkey trouble, the message of the book, and I guess that would be perseverance. You know, he kept trying, he kept changing his ideas because they weren't working, and so he just didn't give up, and that would be our message, is don't give up. And he ended up saving himself, and so we're gonna do that. So we have our turkey trouble, we have our poem about the night before Thanksgiving, we have our writing about turkeys and the art that goes with it. We have sing-along right now. I just had a parent conference, so I had a parent conference before school. I have those 4 things plus sing-along. And then I think that's gonna be my Friday. Maybe I'll get some PE in, and we'll do our Matthew West Gobble Gobble 1 song that they love so much a couple of times. And that'll be my Friday. So we'll see what I get done, what I do, and I'll see you at lunch. It's lunchtime. It is 10:33. I'm gonna go have a quick bite with my friends before we come back. We only have a 30-minute lunch, so about half my lunch is finished already. What did I do? We did sing along. We came back in after sing along and we did a group math. It was this paper right here. I got it from some bundle for 120. So it has the numbers and they were in groups of 4 kids and they cut them out and then they had to put them in order. So there was 5 different number pages. And so they worked as a group, they put them in order. I didn't do any winners or losers. It was just like, yeah, you guys finished, you guys finished. I showed them where they messed up, but they had to fix it. And then they put it all together, messed it up, put it all back together, and then they switched tables. They didn't switch, and also they switched groups. And so I just said, you have to find another group of 4. You can't be at the same table, go. And so they switched groups, and then they did it again with the different number sets. The second time was faster because they knew what they were doing, but they liked it. It was going over numbers to 120, so it worked within our math standard, and also it brought in a little bit of fun, and they were working with their partners, and so that was math. After math, we did our ST math, which is about 10-15 minutes. I don't think I gave them 15, I gave them more of a 10 minutes. And then during that time, our reading teacher pulled my 2 kids that go to her, and they did whatever they do with her. So we have one intervention teacher that services all the primary grades, and so she pulled my kids. What else did we do? We came back in, and after we did our math, we started on our turkey writing. So when we come back from lunch, we'll finish our turkey writing. We will get to our turkey art, and then hopefully we get to turkey trouble and finish that up. We're gonna come back in about a week, and it'll be time for Christmas. And so after school, I'm gonna get some of my Christmas stuff ready, so that way when I come in on Monday, I have at least Monday ready. During vacation, I'll get my slides ready. It's just what I do, and I'll know what I'm doing, and I hope to get my copies for at least Monday done. With my slides, I kept them from last year. I do have to adjust things. Last year I put dates on the slides, which I don't recommend. Make them dateless. It makes it faster for the next time around. But I made my slides for last year, so I'll use those. I'll look at them and I'll tweak what needs to be done. We did start school a week earlier this year, so the themes don't match up for the units. So I have to adjust like the backgrounds or whatnot, but I'll do that during break. And then it's gonna be Christmas time. So I'm gonna look for my reindeer things. I'm gonna look for my gingerbread things, and I'm gonna look for probably my Alf and Santa stuff. So those are the 3 things I have planned for the 3 weeks, and then it'll be a 3-week vacation. And I'm just thinking so far ahead because vacation and Santa just make me happy.